We're now joined by singer-songwriter Rebecca St. James, and you have a new project, I Will Praise You. What can you tell us about it?
Well, it's a worship album, hence the title, and it's just a real heart-filled project. I really want to write from that very real place of what God's doing in my life, and so even though it's a worship album, it's kind of topical in a way. Like we hit topics like beauty and just the kindness of God, and just letting worship be a part of your daily life in good times and hard times. Just living it out. And so it's really exciting. Like, it's really nice to have like a new, fresh, energetic project, and the response on the road has just been really beautiful.
And you've had some very successful records in the past. What makes this one different?
It feels like in a lot of ways more accessible, maybe more pop than a lot of my projects. Like, I think sometimes I've been like a little bit left of center, or a little bit like quirky, and it has a little bit of that. But this one, I feel like, kids, teens, parents, really all ages could find something that appeals to them musically, and it just feels very broad in that way. And I really hope and pray that it will reach just a lot of different people and really draw them into God's presence and into that deeper love relationship with Him.
And you always have a lot of other things going on, books, movies. What are some other things you've been working on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had my first lead role come out about a year ago, so I've been touring some with that, which has been kind of cool because I've combined the music and the film. So we've been doing these kind of movie and music nights as fundraisers for pregnancy centers, because it's a pro-life film called Sarah's Choice, this lead role that came out a year ago. But then I have a new book coming out in the fall. It's about dating, and it's called What Is He Thinking? And so I got to interview my guy friends about what they think on dating and romance and things like that. So it was fascinating. The interesting thing is I'll actually be married before the dating book comes out, so it worked. Whatever I learned was helpful in that process.
And you also work with an organization called She. Why do you feel so passionate about all these other things that you work on besides the music?
Mm-hmm. I think really, really early on, in music, my dad is my manager, and he really just spoke into my life and just said, just have something to say, have, something that is beyond the music. Don't just like get up there and just do the songs, share your heart, and that's what connects with people. And so, I've worked also with a ministry called Compassion, and encouraged people to sponsor kids through Compassion. It's just like completely legit, and kids all around the world are being changed forever through this ministry. So I want to leave a legacy. I want the music to impact people's hearts, but then also to be like a takeaway point, something that they can really apply to their lives and can help them to be, mission oriented, so that we can together change the world.
And you also, as you mentioned, are now married now.
Yeah, well, a couple months.
A couple months.
Yeah, I'm a couple months away from being married, so engaged right now, and it's like such a beautiful time, and such a fulfillment of so many dreams for a long time. So worth the wait. I got a holy hunk.
So how do you think that'll affect your music and your movies and your books and your writing? How's it going to affect all those things?
Well, I think in a lot of ways it already has provided just a lot of inspiration and a lot of encouragement. I think, being loved is a beautiful thing, and just seeing the love of God through Him in my life, like just seeing the grace that He shows to me and the kindness, like, is very representative of God's kindness and grace in our lives. And just seeing us, grow together, even like we're in premarital counseling right now, and like the things that we're learning about Christ and the church and that relationship, and marriage being a picture of that. It's fascinating. So I'm really, really thrilled and grateful to God.
Well, Rebecca St. James, everybody, the new album is I Will Praise You, out when?
April 5th.
April 5th. So you want to check it out, you can find it at iTunes, or what's your website?
rsjames.com, and we're also on Facebook too.
All right. We'll be right back.